In the quiet, snow-covered fields of rural Germany lies the ghostly legacy of the Hinterkaifeck farm, the site of one of the most chilling and unsolved murders in history. In March 1922, the gruesome deaths of 6 members of the Gruber family sent shockwaves through the small community, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and eerie folklore that persists to this day. About the Gruber family. The Gruber family, consisting of Andreas, his wife Cäzilia, their daughter Viktoria, her husband, and their 2 young children, appeared to lead a typical life on their isolated farmstead. In the months leading up to the murders, the Gruber family reported a number of bizarre and unnerving incidents. Andreas Gruber, the patriarch of the family, noticed strange footprints in the snow leading from the nearby woods to the farm. These tracks appeared inexplicably overnight, and despite extensive searching, no one could determine their origin. The feeling of being watched began to permeate their daily lives, creating an atmosphere of unease that clung to the family like a persistent fog. The newspaper mystery. Perhaps the most perplexing of the strange occurrences was the discovery of a newspaper. Andreas claimed that he found a copy of a local paper in his home, one he was certain had not been brought by any member of the family. This revelation only deepened the sense of paranoia, as it suggested the presence of an unknown visitor who had intruded upon their lives, further compounding their fears of being watched. Mysterious noises and shadows. In addition to the tracks and the mysterious newspaper, the Grubers reported hearing unsettling noises coming from the barn. Cäzilia Gruber, Andreas's wife, was particularly troubled by these sounds. The couple often discussed their fears, leading them to suspect that someone might be lurking in the shadows, watching their every move. Neighbors later recounted hearing the family's complaints about the growing sense of dread that enveloped their home, hinting at a psychological toll that foreshadowed the tragic events to come. A warning ignored. Despite the eerie happenings, the family attempted to rationalize their fears. They dismissed the footprints and noises as the result of an overactive imagination, possibly heightened by isolation. However, their unease grew, and Andreas even considered moving the family to a different location. Tragically, this idea was never acted upon. The final days. In the days leading up to the murders, the atmosphere became increasingly tense. Family members withdrew from their usual routines, spending more time indoors, away from the prying eyes they believed were watching them. Neighbors noted that the Grubers had become more reclusive, and a sense of foreboding seemed to permeate the air around the farm. A night of horror. On the night of March 31st, 1922, the Gruber family was brutally murdered. The crime scene revealed a horrific tableau. The bodies of Andreas, Cäzilia, Viktoria, and her children were found in their beds, bludgeoned to death with a mattock. The bodies of the 2 men, who had been visiting the farm, were discovered in the barn. Strangely, the farm animals were unharmed, and the killer appeared to have taken their time, staying in the home for several days after the murders. The investigation. Authorities arrived on the scene to find a haunting silence enveloping the farm. Neighbors had become suspicious when the family failed to appear in public, and they ultimately decided to investigate. What they discovered was a nightmare: 6 lives extinguished, yet no clear motive or suspects emerged. Despite extensive investigations, the case quickly grew cold. Rumors swirled in the small community, with theories ranging from family feuds to occult rituals. The nature of the crime, coupled with the isolated location, led many to believe that the murderer might have been someone the family knew, someone who could easily blend into their quiet life. Theories and speculation. Over the years, numerous theories have surfaced, each more chilling than the last. Some suggest that the murders were the result of a family dispute, perhaps fueled by jealousy or inheritance issues. Others speculate that the perpetrator could have been a transient or a mentally unstable individual who had taken refuge on the farm. The discovery of strange footprints in the snow leading away from the farm added another layer of intrigue. Were they those of the killer, or were they left by a passerby unaware of the horror that had taken place? A haunting legacy. Today, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain unsolved, shrouded in a veil of mystery and horror. The farm itself has become a site of ghostly folklore, with locals reporting strange noises and sightings of apparitions. Many believe the spirits of the Gruber family still linger in the fields, forever trapped in a tragic cycle of fear and despair. As night falls over the Bavarian countryside, the chilling tales of Hinterkaifeck remind us that some mysteries are best left unsolved. The silence of the farm, punctuated by the whispers of the past, serves as a haunting reminder that evil can lurk in the most unsuspecting places. In the end, the question remains who or what was behind the horror of Hinterkaifeck, and will its dark secrets ever be revealed?